So in this tutorial, we'll be going over the V-Ray lights. If you just came from the previous tutorial, you just want to delete the sun and make sure it's turned off. There will be a little object, little arrow, you want to delete it. So to place lights in the scene, we're going to go here to V-Ray lights. We mostly just use a rectangle light, which is essentially just a rectangle that emits the light from it. And you can increase or decrease the size of this rectangle. I'll just briefly go over the other lights. So you got sphere light. It's essentially a circle ball where the light emits from it. You've also got spotlight, point light, which you don't use too often. Those are more for specific light renderings. You also got dome light, which we'll go over in a later tutorial. But for now, we'll focus on the most common rectangle light. So as you can see, once you place the light in the scene, we'll go back to our asset editor, and the light shows up here, and all the parameters of the light. You can either change to use the default units, or go to radiant power, which adjusts the light according to the watts. I mostly just use default as it's the easiest. So once we've placed our light in the scene, we'll go ahead and open our interactive render view. So make sure interactive is highlighted. And this way you can see your light once it's been placed on the scene. Well, now we'll try the radiant power by adjusting it by the watts. As you can see, 100 is quite bright, so we'll set it, try 5. This will change depending on the scale of your model as well. So maybe for this model, the default settings are better. So we'll try 200. So the smaller it is, the less light will come out. However, we can increase the intensity of it. We'll try 1000. And as you can see, because the light source is smaller, the shadows on the object are much sharper. Now we can increase the size of the rectangle. You can see the shadows become much less defined. This all depends on the size of your light source. You can also adjust the color of your light under here. With interactive view, it will give you a live update of which color you're changing to. So if you want a more warmer looking light, you can set it to about this setting here, or a cooler light to give you a more cooler looking scene. V-Ray can also do this itself. If you click here under the texture slot and set it to temperature, you can adjust the color temperature. But I prefer to use its default settings and this color temperature here. So that's the basics on how to use the V-Ray lights. And in further tutorials, we'll go on how to layer the lights over top of each other and build up a light hierarchy.